This is my go-to high-protein Greek yogurt pizza with over 50 grams of protein. Regular pizza is amazing. Costco slices, the New York slice, even your regular Domino's. But nutritionally, it's garbage. It's a ton of fat, a lot of carbon, and not much protein. You also have your packaged protein pizzas like Quest Pizza, or one Quest Pizza is 700 calories and only 56 grams of protein with 44 grams of fat. Are you out of your mind? And 35 grams of fiber. Yeah, that's not gonna be fun. But with just a few substitutes, we're gonna make this healthy. So let's make this higher in protein, lower in calorie, and 10 times more filling. First up, the crust. Because this is where the pizza hides around half its calories. We're using non-fat Greek yogurt. We just got a brand from Costco here. The biggest thing is the volume here. 170 grams of this, only 100 calories. This is gonna really bulk up our pizza while providing essentially only protein and a lot of volume. And of course, you need flour. We're not gonna use too much flour because 30 grams is 110 calories already. So we're just gonna get our bowl. We're going into 1 serving of this Greek yogurt. Come on. Come on. And now we're gonna do 60 grams of flour. There we go. Because we're using a lot of Greek yogurt here, it's not gonna be the most doughy dough. It's gonna be a little bit yogurty, but don't worry, after the oven, it's gonna turn out way better. So now we have kind of our base dough. We're gonna wanna add some seasonings. I'm pretty lazy, so we're just gonna use garlic butter seasoning and spicy ranch, both from Target. I'm not sure how many calories this thing has, but it says chemical and then dehydrated vegetables, so it can't be too much. And of course, spicy ranch. If you're really strict about it, just say like, I don't know, 30 calories. Just a little sprinkle. What the? It's like solid. POV, you're a Subway worker. All right, there we go. This really gives the crust its flavor. All right, so it looks pretty good. So now we're gonna roll the dough. Just get enough on there. I know it's technically extra calorie, but sue me. Enough flour. Then we're gonna take our dough. Again, this point, I know it doesn't look that appetizing. Trust the process, right? You can see it's kind of sort of sticky, right? What I do is, I don't use my hands for this. I just spread it out. I normally don't even use a wooden cutting board. I just put it on the baking sheet pan. So I usually make it around, like the size of your hand, maybe a little bigger. Something like that. All right, so once we have this ready, we're gonna preheat the oven to 425. And I chose 425 for a very specific reason. That's because parchment paper that burns at over 425. Yeah, so again, trust it. After it's done baking, it won't be so scoopable. Because we're using parchment paper, I actually never use oil spray on here. Just add another layering of seasoning to the edges. You know at Domino's where they had that garlic crust? I kind of want to give it that imitation right there. Another really good substitute for regular ranch. This stuff is probably almost 0 calories. That's the oven. All right, we're gonna toss it in there for 10 minutes. All right. We're going here with 60 grams of sauce, only 35 calories. You can actually reverse weigh. You zero it out, and then you just subtract from it, right? Because the scale goes negative. So now you see it's minus 22 grams. It didn't seem like a lot of sauce, but it's not a big pizza, so it's gonna work out just fine. Leave a little bit of crust here. You don't have too much surface area, and this is where we're also gonna put the cheese as well. We're going with part skim mozzarella here. 70 calories, 8 grams of protein, 4 grams of fat. Again, same thing, reverse weigh. You can do this with anything packaged, honestly. 3 servings of cheese. You'd be surprised, it's actually a lot. You could add another serving of cheese or add these turkey pepperonis in. You can't really see it, but it says 80 calories for 9 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat. 17 slices, that's not bad. So here's what I do. I take a portion of the cheese to the side, and here's the key here. If I put pepperonis, I've realized that with these turkey pepperonis especially, if you put turkey pepperoni on the top, it just dries up and crisps up because there's no fat in them, right? So you put them in between the cheese so it doesn't burn up. And 17, sweet. And again, the cheese on top, so it protects the pepperoni from burning up. Now back in the oven at 425 for 10 minutes. And look at that, my goodness. Way lower calorie, way higher in protein. You can tell the texture, the crust is crispy. Oh yeah, you hear that? But of course, it has to taste right. That's what I'm talking about. You can swap out the sauces. You can use sugar-free barbecue sauce, low-calorie Alfredo sauce, put in some chicken breast in here for some extra protein, even some spinach. Good tasting food, make it high protein, make it low calorie, and your cut or your diet, your life will be more sustainable in a healthy manner. Subscribe for more high protein, low calorie recipes. And yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this pizza.
Subscribe for more high protein, low calorie. Subscribe for...
Now this part's optional.
Ow, fuck.